Good morning, friends. I look a mess. God dang. My hair is still falling out. It is Friday, December the 11th. 2 weeks until Christmas. If you missed my last video, I mentioned that I was fasting to Santa, meaning I was going to fast from December 10th until December 25th. So I'm getting a late start. It's a day later. So I've decided to fast through Christmas, so through the 25th. And I may even go all the way to 21 days, which would put me at January the 2nd. Let me turn you a little bit. You can see the time. It's like almost 11, or it is after 11. I woke up at 9:30. I could not sleep. And then I had the most horrific nightmare I've had in a long, long time. So I'm just going to be taking my blood sugar. I haven't taken it yet, so it's not necessarily a fast. I mean, it's kind of fasting. It's not a wake up. That's what I'm trying to say. I woke up at 9:30. Rob and I sat and talked for a little while, and then I took a shower. I just got out, just got dressed, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones. I have a feeling my ketones are low. I think the issue with that, and maybe the issue with the blood sugars as well, is my water enhancer, which sucks. Because listen, I love water. I love drinking water, but I like drinking carbonated water, flavored carbonated water better. And I know that you can buy the flavored water, but I prefer it with a water enhancer. But I will give it up if it means that, it's bothering my blood sugar. And everything else has been, so why hasn't that been too? So if I had to guess, I'd say my ketones are probably 0.5, which sucks, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. This has been the biggest science experiment I've probably ever done on myself, because it really is a learning curve. I have to cut open my ketone strip. I'm still pissed about this, but it is what it is now. Doesn't take that much out of me to open it. So my goal for this fast is to get my blood sugars down, like not where I'm hovering in the 140s or the 150s, where I'm waking up at 100. And that hasn't happened in a long time. And that's why I said maybe I may have to, go until the 21 days. I don't know. I made an appointment with my primary care physician. This is probably 400. Oh, my ketones are 0.9. Well, that's good to know. And my blood sugar is 377. I knew it was going to be really high. How am I producing ketones at 0.9 and have almost 400 blood sugar? Doesn't make any sense. I'm keeping a very close eye on it. This is the only good thing I like about this new meter, is it's got a flashlight and it shines on the blood. But that's it. Okay, so anyway, Misty, focus. So that's my goal. I want my ketones back up to 3. If I get to 4, I may have to break my fast early, because for those of you who don't know, I had DKA, which is diabetic ketoacidosis, back in October of 2019. That was medicinal. I was taking Farxiga, which is this is the advanced Aquaphor Advanced. My lips have been so damn dry lately. I was taking Farxiga, which is one of those drugs like Invokana, which carries the blood sugar through your kidneys. And and I was scared to death to take, they put me on Invokana for a day, and I called my doctor back and said, nope. This was back in 2016, so this was before That was before the myasthenia, or right after the myasthenia started actually. And my blood sugar went from like 399 that day. And I said, nope, because I think I told you guys my therapist, my mental health therapist, who I need to call, had almost died from taking Invokana. And so I knew that I didn't want to do that. I didn't realize Farxiga was in the same class of drugs until afterwards. So I ended up with blood sugars under 200, but my ketones registering high on that Keto Mojo meter. So as much as I bitch about it, I will always have a ketone meter as long as I'm diabetic. So yeah, so anyway, that I don't want to get my ketones much higher than that. They have a scale on their website and in the app too. Oh, I'm filming. Where's my phone? I'm filming on it. Yeah, so anyway, my goal for this fast is just to get my blood sugars down and get my ketones back up. This will probably take a little bit longer. I did have carbs yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Not yesterday, Thursday. I was just so flippin' frustrated because my blood sugars were over 300 and there wasn't anything I was doing. I wasn't eating poorly. Like there's nothing I was doing physically, and I was just like, just fuck it. I want pizza, so I had pizza. So now I know I'm gonna have to work off that pizza. It's gonna add an extra month to my progress, which sucks, but this has been awful. Trying to do this while grieving, trying to do this while the holidays and the Christmas season. It's just been really, really hard, but I have to do it. And I can't beat myself up for my slip ups. I just have to remember that when I slip up, it adds more time to me getting the results that I want. So the past couple of days have been really hard. I've just been so like restless. I can't like, I'm just all over my apps. I'm read like 10 books in the past 2 days. Like I'm just trying to film. Like I just have all this restless energy, and it's just hard. It's just hard. And I'm trying not to break down about things because I know Rob already has a lot on his plate and I don't want to add to it. And I know that I can allow myself to grieve. I get it, I do. But at the same time, it's like my life can't stand still while grieving. I still have to be making forward progress. And I've been trying to figure out a word of the year. If you guys are unfamiliar, I don't set New Year's resolutions. I pick a word. Pick a word of the year. That's my focus word. So I've had health, consistent, joy, onward. Onward was the year after I got diagnosed. Last year was tend, T-E-N-D, like tending to my health. And I did that somewhat, but god dang, 2020 was a rough year for all of us. So I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to focus on in 2021. A part of me is like, well, perseverance, but it's like I'm already persevering. Like I'm already pushing through as much as I can. Like I feel like I need the word to be like grace or forgiveness or something that quantifies me. Is that the right word? Probably not. That helps me focus on giving myself a break. Like not be so hard on myself, because I really can be. I mean, it used to be so funny when people were like, you're just making excuses, you're blaming everybody else for your issues, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I am the exact opposite of that. If anything, I get too hyper focused and too aware, and just two. It's just two. So I need to remember to kind of just breathe and cut myself some slack. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Grace may end up being my word. I don't know. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do in these vlogs is I'll sit down and talk to you each morning, and then I'll share with you what my blood sugars are throughout the day. I will probably do ketones every other day. Number one, I don't have a whole lot of strips left. I need to order some more. And number two, it's once it gets back over 1 or whatever, it will continue to raise. So I don't need to test it every single day. And when I very first fasted, I was testing it morning and night. So I don't need to do that. It'll probably be every other day. I am up 10 pounds, but I know a lot of that is water weight, inflammation, and then waste. I don't know what else to say about that. So yeah, so I'm basically having to dig myself back out of the hole I created, but it happened. It's over with. We're moving forward. I'm fasting for at least the next 15 or 21 days. We'll see. So I made an appointment with my doctor. Someone mentioned in a comment on the last video asking if I'd been tested for LADA, L-A-D-A, something, autoimmune diabetes, and latent autoimmune diabetes in adults, meaning that you developed type 1 diabetes because of an autoimmune issue. And the one thing to note, I have 2 autoimmune diseases, and when you're prone to one, you're prone to get more. Most people have several autoimmune diseases, and that would account for why my blood sugars were so high, because we're not talking about like, oh, I had, a steak, so my blood sugar is going absolutely insane. We're talking about, I mean, these are numbers that, well, not today, but like I said, I woke up Wednesday morning, my blood sugar was over 300, and I was still eating 1 meal a day. And it could be a couple of number of things, but it does, like, there's nothing I'm eating that should cause that huge of a spike. So, like, I mean, it won't hurt to have that antibody test and to have, the C-peptide or whatever on my pancreas. So initially I was supposed to see him on the 7th of January, and I told her, I was like, well, I'll just fast until January. But then I'm like, why am I waiting till the new year to see him when it's going to cost me more when I can see him for free? So I called the other day, and his first available is the 23rd. So I'm going to go see him on the 23rd. I'll be 12 days into this fast, I guess. And so hopefully he'll be able to give me some guidance, and we can run the test and put it to bed, or if that is what it is, I'll just have to understand that I'm gonna have to be on insulin, because you can't not be on insulin when you're a type 1 diabetic because your pancreas doesn't work. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So anyway, I am gonna go get my day started. It is a little after 11. Oh, I can't turn my neck. Let me turn you. If you guys can see that, I don't know. So I will check back in with you in 4 or 5 hours. The only thing I'm drinking today is plain water with the Keto Chow fasting drops. I don't do the electrolyte drops because the electrolyte drops are more magnesium than sodium. And I can't find the mineral drops on Amazon, and I wasn't sure how long it would take to get them from Keto Chow, the website, because I'm almost out of my fasting drops. So the fasting drops are more sodium than magnesium. I really shouldn't be supplementing with magnesium at all, but I do know that it's not a huge amount, number one, and number two, it's like I have to, if I'm not getting it from food, I have to get it from something, you know what I mean? If I was eating, then heck no, I wouldn't be adding extra magnesium to my diet. But if I'm not eating at all, I feel like I'm gonna need magnesium. So, oh my gosh, I've been talking for 14 minutes. I'm like, oh, I'll keep these under 10 minutes a day. The rest of them won't be this chatty Cathy, but I felt like I had to let you know what the plan was, what was going through my head and what you can expect going forward. So, okay. So I'll see you guys in about 4 or 5 hours for the first check-in with my blood sugar. I'm gonna anticipate it being about 425. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm right or not. You guys, look what finally came in the mail today. This is my new Dexcom continuous glucometer. And all of its accoutrements. I think this is probably going to take me all weekend to figure it out. So yeah, but I'm really, really excited to have something, hopefully that's way more reliable and something where I'm not having to poke my arm every damn day. I mean, I'll still have to poke for glucose. I mean, not glucose, ketones, but yeah. But speaking of glucose, let's go take that and see how we're doing. Well, hello friends, it's about 2:30. I just got my Dexcom robot. Seriously, I'm very intimidated by it. I know they have a ton of information and probably videos too, so I've got to do some editing, so I'll probably also be watching information videos. I'm really excited about it. It looks a little scary, but we gonna get it figured out. So I'm testing my blood sugar. As you can see, I have a full face of makeup. If you're interested in makeup, I have another channel. It's just called Misty. If you search for it, you'll find my face. I may try to link it at the end of the video. There's no blood there, probably because I'm a little dehydrated. Oh my word. I will not miss this. I know I'll still have to do it for ketones, like I mentioned, but I won't miss this. It'll be interesting to see, like, if the dawn effect is, you know, really affecting me. What it does overnight. Be real interesting. Take my blood. Take it, you can have it. I don't know that I trust that. Let's try again. It's a 292, but it also took a while to read it. So sometimes when it does that, I just go ahead and retake it. So plus, there wasn't very much blood. So let me try again. And now it doesn't need a whole, this is the Freestyle, just the regular meter. It doesn't need a whole lot of blood. Like the Keto Mojo is like, oh, now it takes less blood. No, it doesn't. It still needs a shit ton of blood. Maybe it's a little less in comparison. I gotta put my glasses on, y'all. I'll get a headache. 375. This is why I hate testing like this. I think that 375 is probably more accurate. Let me wipe my hands off again. Sometimes soap or residual lotion could affect it. I mean, my hands are technically clean. I'll give it one more go. And another reason why I haven't been checking the last few days, because it's like, is it even right? I don't even know. $409. I'm gonna go with that one because I said earlier it would probably be over 400, and it probably should be over 400. So maybe I will get that Dexcom hooked up tonight so I can get on with it. So it'll probably take, I'm gonna guess it will be, this is Friday, I'm gonna guess it'll be Tuesday before my fasting blood sugar is under 200, which will be the 15th. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, it is what it is. I know some of you guys are freaking out. Don't freak out. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. There's really nothing else I can do about it because I'm not taking insulin. I refuse. and I don't have any other pills, and my doctor won't prescribe anything until I see him anyway. So fasting is about the best thing I can do right now. And I've had so many people mention that I shouldn't be fasting, and I'm like, I don't understand. What is your theory, or what's your thought process behind that? Because you have some of the top doctors in the keto carnivore community reminding us that fasting, we've had feast and famine all throughout history. It's only within probably since the 40s or probably I would say even the 50s or 60s where we've gotten to where we eat 3 meals a day. And it was working for weight loss, that's for sure, when I don't try to gain 10 pounds. So I just have to make sure that I'm sticking to plan. So we'll see. But that's it. I'll show you guys probably again at like before bed. I don't think I need to update you again. This is probably not going to be any movement. I am drinking water. This is my Hydro Flask tumbler. And I've been using my keto fasting drops, keto chow fasting drops. So that's all I can do on this end. But yeah, I'll see you tonight before bed. Hello, friends. It is 10:30 at night, and I am taking my final blood sugar with this glucometer. I'm gonna set that new one up tomorrow. I watched a bunch of videos. It looks really easy, so I'm really excited. Like, I could cry. I'm so excited about that meter because there's just so many inconsistencies with this one and the Keto Mojo. Like, I don't trust any of them. So we'll see how we do. But that's it for today. I'm still drinking water, still using my keto chow drops. I did have a bit of a headache earlier, but it's since calmed down a little bit. Roxy, you wanna come say hi? Hey, mamas. She said no. My face looks a little red. I just took off all that makeup and washed my face and put on my chemical exfoliator, and all of that causes this redness. This is gonna be $3.50. $2.49. That cannot be right. It just can't. I just don't trust that. I just don't trust that number. I may be right, but I am so flippin' thirsty. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. This is the first time that I've really had any kind of hyperglycemic symptoms. I think I mentioned that in an update, last update or the one before, that I hadn't been dealing with any of that. I hadn't had any symptoms like that. But today, in the last couple of days, I've felt that my blood sugar was high. I'm sure some of that has to do with my little carby binge. But, and again, it's my fault, so it'll just have to be what it is. 243. So maybe it is in the 240s. That's backwards for you. Sorry. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So that's it. That was day 1 of 15 days. I surpassed, I'm probably at 28 hours maybe. What time did I start the fast last night? I don't have any idea. But I feel good. Like I said, I've dealt with a little bit of a headache. I think that's more the weather than it is the electrolytes, because it was raining earlier today and now it's not raining, and this front is pushing through, and it's just, I have allergies and sinuses, and I just have, it's a sinus headache because it's just right here, like right there. So anyway, I'm gonna take some medicine and go to bed. Have a busy day of editing and filming tomorrow. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm doing 12 videos in a row on my Jollyfed Elf channel. Got 3 done. So I need 9 more. So I hope to get at least 3, maybe 4 filmed tomorrow, and then I can spend most of my Sunday editing. Rob is working on a huge job. He works for a accounting firm, like one of the big 4 accounting firms, and he's been working all week on this 350 page like huge state financial, like it's for a state. So if you can imagine all of the budgets of the state, and he spent days adding numbers because he's a proofreader and he has to proofread the numbers. And then he thought he was going to have, he knew he was going to have homework this weekend, but he thought what he was working on wasn't going to be so big, and he's like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. So it was a different kind of document, so it's turned into a huge, even more bigger production than it already was. So I'm just going to stay out of his way and let him get some work done. That's the plan for tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2 of this 15-day fast, maybe 21-day fast. I haven't decided. Bye, guys.